Hello and welcome back to another Christmas time video. You join me as we make our second video now on the DB11. And first off, we need to get this thing off the trailer. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, well basically I need to get these logs out the way somehow. So I'm gonna get a fork under here from the forklift. You make use of that again, get it under and just lift it up enough just to be able to get these out. I'm also thinking then of getting a jack stand underneath. I've got one jack there. So we're gonna get the fork in, lift it up high enough, get a jack under it just to hold it in place. And then we're gonna come back in with the logs out the way. We're then gonna get the forklift to go under and lift it up. And then we're gonna come away from the trailer. Obviously without a wheel, I can't really see any other way we can get this off the trailer than to lift it. So I don't know. If you had a better idea, then fair enough to you. But this is the idea I've come up with. So let's do it. Alright, so the plan is actually going to be to get the forks under here. I don't know if you can see to the other side. There is clear space now. So we're going to get our forks in as far as possible. Just so when it lifts, it's not touching any exhaust or anything like that. Hopefully it'll just hit the chassis on either side and lift from there. So that's the plan. Now this forklift does hold 2 ton. So I know the weight's absolutely fine. It's just going to be about actually trying to get the forks going at the right area. If we took the forks and put them in sort of too far right, then as soon as we lift it, the car's just going to go like this. And then obviously there's going to be more weight in the front because of the engine, so we're actually going to have to be slightly more to the left than center. But anyway, it might take a couple of tries, but hopefully you can see this quite well. The further we go, the better this forklift will lift, and the more it'll sort of tilt back, which is obviously what we want. We don't want to bring it back whilst it's on a leaning down sort of slope, because it'll just slide off. That is fine margins. So these forklifts, you won't ever see these in a mechanic video, I'm sure about that, but you know what? This is why we're different. Just making use of what we've got. Obviously, having a removal company, these forklifts are essential, basically for moving these on and off trucks. Now that feels like it's hanging. Still, let's have a look. I mean, that is, well, it is actually off the ground now. Oh, right, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, I'll be able to start slowly dragging it. Obviously again, the closer this mast is to the forklift down here, the better its lifting capabilities. This is so nerve-wracking. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm just worried about this catching on there and sort of making it sort of tip like that. I think should just clear. Oh, yeah, that's what you want your Monday morning. What do you do on your Monday? Forklifted a DB11 off a trailer? Let's start bringing it down. So I don't know if that mirror's clear. It should be now. I've actually moved it. Pretty sure more than a foot. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. Yeah, okay, so we're good to know. Basically now bring it down as far as we can here, just for the safety of the car. So here we go. Alright, I mean, just to give you an idea of how much this thing is leaning, I mean, if I keep the camera straight with those containers in the background, it's leaning a lot. So we're going to try and get this as tight down here as possible. So I spun the car around, put a stand under where the wheel was missing and put it down. Job done, and thank goodness. With great responsibility comes great stupidity. Do not try that. Okay, so we're off the trailer now. So the next issue we have is this battery in the back here is actually completely dead. Or we've got to the extent basically where it now won't pick up a charge. So let me show you what I mean. I mean, if I basically, this has come out of the Cosworth, so the Cosworth's got no battery in at the moment. Now if you have a look, when we actually connect this up, so let's just check, positive is down here. Definitely don't want to get that wrong. Negative here. You see the orange light comes on straight away and we can actually charge this. Now the thing is, if I actually do this with the other battery, let me show you. So we go with the positive end first, clip that on there, and then we clip it on here. Oh, not that one, let's go there. As you can see here on this machine, it's not picking it up. Now this will be, I think, because the voltage is too low. So these smart chargers, or charging devices, they require a certain amount of voltage first. So we're actually going to try and trick this a little bit. Show you what I mean. Before I explain though, you can see here the voltage was very, very low and had no chance of being picked up by the smart charger on its own. So here's my little trick. Is we're going to get this smart charger to think it's charging this battery, which to some extent it will be. So if we connected it like this, and then like this, as you can see it's reading it. Now the plan is to extend this circuit, so we're going to feed our red jumper off this, and we're going to connect it up to the battery in there. And obviously we're going to do the same with the negative, and then whilst it thinks it's charging this, it should also be then sending voltage to the battery in the car. And that's my plan, basically, to try and get the voltage up just high enough so this can charge it. I don't want to overcharge it. In case anyone's worried about me overcharging this, well, this one is, it's a bad battery, unfortunately. It just doesn't hold its charge. As soon as you charge it, it drops overnight. So it is a bad battery, so I don't mind overcharging this. Let's give it a try. Obviously not put it on yet, as the instructions say, get everything plugged in first that you want and then switch this on. So obviously to switch it on, we'll need to connect it there. So we can do this. It's better than obviously having sort of writing off the battery, I guess. Which, it might still be a bad battery, might still need replacing, but I don't know, I struggle to believe it. So, this one should just now clip on. Oh, and I felt a spark, that's good. Well, you might have seen that as well. So, oh, and there's a light come on in the car. Oh, the lights are on here. So that's promising. Well, let's get this thing charging. Well, that's a good start actually, I'm quite happy with that. So, plug it on here as well. And there we go, we're charging. I'm gonna set a jump start just because it's the most powerful setting. And as you can see, we've actually got some lights back on in here now. So that's good, I'm happy with that. So anyway, we're just gonna let it charge now. Okay, whilst this battery is still charging away, I might as well show you the bonnet, because we should, sorry, the boot, what's in the boot, because we can finally get in there. Just put gloves on because I already know. There you go, there's a click. Pop this down here, safe. And absolutely battered out of the way. That's what's in here. That's the sheared off lower control arm. Obviously this is the strut as well, which is just sheared off. Bloody hell, it's in bad condition. And then in here, it's just a few goods, like it was the sort of spring, I guess. So whilst I had the boots open, I took out these damaged pieces to see what I could salvage. My verdict was the brake disc and knuckle were fine, but the rest, unfortunately, was now scrap. At this point, I wanted to strip down the remaining broken parts off the car, ready for the next video, where I can start rebuilding the suspension. First off was the bonnet, followed by the passenger wing.
Alrighty. We're gonna bring it over, up and away, and hopefully it balances. We'll lay it down here.
Now this didn't take me all that long, but sets us up nicely for the next video where I'll take my first stab at suspension work. Promises to be good. Every day is a school day. Until then, I wish you all a Merry Christmas.
Voila!